Okay, I'm on my way to pick up my four-legged boys from the groomers, doggy daycare. It's their first time there. One of them was not happy at all. But yeah, I'm going to pick him up early. I don't need to pick him up before 6:30. But yeah, I like having my little big boys around. Anyway, as you know, I take a rather laid-back approach to my videos on serious topics. But I have mentioned somewhere long ago, I guess, that, well, and some of them I have mentioned, I was a career student and an educator for most of my life, the combination of the two. And I got burnt out, so I quit, and I said I'm never going to be doing anything where I have to be that rigid. That's what I call it, rigid. Everything had to be, cross your T's, dot your I's, watch your P's and Q's, and all this kind of stuff. And I said I never would do that again, so I don't. Doing good for myself for a change. Okay, so you can imagine what I went through, and then I did. Meanwhile, I did while I was a student, especially when I was an undergraduate. I did a lot of temporary jobs, seasonal jobs, temporary jobs, whatever. Is that how you say temporary? Jobs. I did some substitute teaching and anything I could work around my class schedule, which when you're a student, your coursework schedule is just all over the place sometimes. So you can imagine how many bosses and how many people I ran across, because I was a career student. Now remember, people call them professional students. And I ran across a lot, and then the professors, instructors and professors, other students, a lot of people in my life. And one thing, that I want to talk about in this video is about the stress they can put you under, especially, when people are very rigid. There's that word again. And it can actually be your coworkers, your colleagues, your other students, co-eds, whatever. It can be all these people, or they put such rigidity on everything, and that stress, that amount of stress involved, in all of it can just be extreme, really. Because especially when you're a student, people these days, I don't like this, I've never liked this, is that, we live in a time, I guess, an era where, and it's been going on for years, people want to, say something negative about people who are degreed. I know some people do have that experience. There's a woman, she does videos, and she has had a horrible experience with someone with a master's degree. Not all of us are like that. No, I have a master's degree. Not all of us are like that. But yeah, but don't, I'm not saying talking to her, but anybody, they shouldn't generalize, They're just people like everybody. It knows no, this kind of narcissistic behavior a lot of people are talking about, when they think about this, that knows no bounds. It's not just educated people. It's not just any kind of certain people. Knows no bounds, Okay, I took a little side trip on that one, right, didn't I? Yeah, but with all those, together, working, going to school, teaching it, sometimes I was doing both, all three. That was a lot. And, the stress. Okay, let me get to this point, if I can. So, I have said this ever since I think I've been on YouTube for, August will be 3 years on a different channel than my original one. Woo, that was close. Anyway, that I still haven't been able to teach myself not to multitask so much. As you see it, I do my videos while I'm driving down the road. And by the way, to me, I don't look at my camera. It's like I'm sitting here talking to somebody sitting next to me. It's the same thing to me. It doesn't distract me. And I said before, watch me say that and then I have an accent. You've seen me catch accent, people trying to cause accidents on before. But yeah, stress. But that kind of thing, it becomes so much, the habit they have taught you. You must do everything. You must be real rigid. You must have, everything has to be done a certain way. Everything has to be done within a certain time. It has to be done to their specifications. And it's hard once I'm not working right now. And anytime I'm not working, it's hard for me to relax and to think. I don't have a boss. I don't have to do it that way. Even on weekends, it was hard for me to think that way. Because the stress and the brainwashing, really, I'm going to put it that way. The brainwashing they did was so strong, on how everything had to be done the way they would think it should be done. Because that light took forever. But what about you? Do you see that? And these narcissistic bosses, I have never really met one who hasn't been like that. Maybe one here and there. Or some of them are really just rather indifferent. They have their own thing they want to think about. But what about you? The stress is to always be like you're on call. And at any moment, they can come to you and say, you're wrong, you did it wrong. I didn't have that problem. I was always the bar raiser, which was a bad thing. I should have been more like the slackers. They seem to get away with a lot more. That's kind of sarcasm. But, yeah, the stress was just unbelievable. Why would somebody want to do that to somebody? It's not, to me, and I'm not an expert on this, but from everything I've ever seen, I gotta love it when I'm driving along and doing video, and then I realize after I go to click it off, it takes a picture. That means the video wasn't going. So I don't know where I left off. And if you hear the noises, I got the dogs. Yeah, beat them up. But, okay, I don't know where I was on this video, but I know I was talking about the stress, way too much stress, not being able to relax, when you get, like me, I'm not retired, but I'm not that age yet, but, I just work part-time every once in a while, seasonal kind of thing, and, being able to relax whenever, I don't have a boss, but everything makes, feels like I have a boss. And anyway, I don't know where I left off, and I don't feel like it's too hot, and I have to turn the air conditioner down so you can hear me. Plus, you're probably hearing too much noise already. But anyway, click the circle if you want to subscribe, one of the rectangles if you want to watch another video on this channel, and I'll talk to you on another video. Bye.